Teresa Sullivan. I am the digital media strategist for the Diocese of Pittsburgh. I'm standing here on the steps of St. Mary of Mercy Church downtown with the young Catholic professionals of Pittsburgh. These young adults are going to chat with us about what gratitude means to them and how to stay grateful amid challenging times. Let's check in with them.
All right. Hello, and I'm Jennifer Antkowiak. I'm the new Executive Director of Community Relations for the Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh. I'm so excited to have you guys here. First of all, the fact that you are here on a Wednesday, it's not a Sunday, it's not 8 a.m., it's noon on a Wednesday, and they came to Mass as part of your workday. So tell me a little bit about that first, how your group helps to hold you to your faith and how this is part of it. Whoever wants to start.
Yeah, sure, I can chime in.
Everybody who you are.
So I'm Shawn Hannon. I've been a member of the Young Catholic Professionals of Pittsburgh for probably 5 or so years. I've been working downtown for 6 years, and so it was really awesome to get connected with this group. I found out through a parish priest of mine who told me I needed to come downtown. Got connected with the group, and it was actually the introduction to me going to daily Mass. Was people started to see some people, and we went to on a holy day, and then it was a neat kind of break for me during my work day. Kind of recentered me. It's a half hour of time, and it was just a great opportunity to refocus on what was going on in my day and something that was important.
That's a good way to get into our 30 Days of Gratitude challenge and this idea of staying connected with your faith and with gratitude at all times. So when you're experiencing joy, it's easy to say thank you and express gratitude. When you're struggling, it's a little harder to express gratitude, right? And especially pausing for Mass in the middle of a work day, which could be challenging. You've got deadlines, you've got burdens, but yet you stop and recalibrate. And what does that do for you? How do you notice that stopping and praising God and thanking God changes your mindset for the day? You like that one?
Hi, I'm Kathryn Egan. I'm also a member of the Young Catholic Professionals of Pittsburgh. I think that once you begin to create the space for yourself to be able to pray during the day and to be around other like-minded individuals and to show gratitude and celebrate Mass, you start to look forward to it. So it might start off as almost a burden or another meeting or something like that, but then you find it, at least that's how I've found it to be, is a way to really kind of break up my day. And I look forward to coming here. I look forward to seeing people. I look forward to experiencing the Mass and faith and God and being able to connect with others in a way that I normally don't get to do during the day.
Yeah. Is there anybody else who wants to chime in on that? Maybe how it impacts you when you express that gratitude? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Cliff Villa. I'm working in the city of Pittsburgh as well, and I think for me, I look at faith as a mobilizing factor. There's issues in everyone's life, and just being able to kind of reach back and pray and recollect and regather. I think that's what faith is kind of afforded to me, and just my faith has kind of kept me on the straight and narrow, and I'm definitely appreciative of that. And I'm just once again on a Wednesday, it's cold, and just kind of being out here and being able to bond with folks with similar interests and building that community is so important. So I'm grateful for that, and thank you.
Is there anybody who wants to share something? And I know some of these things might be personal, but is there anybody who feels that they could share something about a challenging time in your life and about how you chose to cling to God and to your faith versus blame Him, point fingers, how could God do this to me? How were you able to flip that, and what did you experience? Yeah? Okay.
Hi, my name is Shannon Monahan. For me, community life is so important, so I think, when you were asking that question, I thought of the struggles that either my community has walked with me through or struggles that other members of the community are going through, that things like daily Mass are an opportunity to bring those struggles to the Lord and to really lay them down. And I think when you're going through hard times, whether it's health issues or difficulties at home or work or any of those kinds of things,
really leaning into the community helps you remember the good gifts that the Lord has given you. So even if people are going through hard times, thanking the Lord for their presence in your life and the fact that none of us are called to do those things alone really helps me to stay connected to God.
Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Shunto. So I lost both of my grandparents unexpectedly in August. And this is a group Kathryn has been trying to not get me to be a part of. I guess I've been a part of it. But I haven't been able to attend very much. I work outside of the city in the South Hills. And after that happened, I made it a point to come to Mass every week. And I know that it really, in the middle of my week, it really, really brings me a lot of joy. And like Kathryn said, seeing familiar faces and knowing that you're surrounded by a community of people with the same beliefs, interests, has just been really important to me. And it's helped me really get through a difficult time. So.
Are there any particular prayers that have been helpful for you to connect you with gratitude in your faith, especially during times of challenges? And it doesn't have to be a formal, let's memorize this kind of prayer. I mean, I like the old standby, please help me. Help me. Don't point and laugh, Lord. Help me, Lord, right? I mean, anything like that works. Is there anything that you connect with?
I'll chime in. Oddly enough, the Rosary is really helpful for me to. It's a because it's a rote prayer. I'm able to kind of turn off my mind, if you will. So instead of putting a lot of pressure and just allow me to think about whatever it is that is really troubling me in that moment. I have a hard time with silent prayer because I get really distracted, and so it's not silent prayer, but because it's so memorized, I'm actually able to, kind of find some extra peace and time to free up my mind even as I'm speaking. So that's been really helpful for me.
Beautiful. And through just as a round robin here to kind of wrap it up. I know you're all shaking. We got to march in place as we're talking here. I'll pass it around and just one at a time. Share if there's somebody watching who has fallen away. Maybe they've been dealing with struggles of their own and they've fallen away from Christ, from their connection with their faith. What would you tell them? A little piece of advice or a little motivation on why and how to reconnect and the rewards that they receive pretty instantly as a result of doing so?
I think it's really important for anyone who's fallen away or who maybe is just stopped going to Mass for any reason to find a sense of community. It's obviously your own faith is something that you have to kind of take charge of on your own, but it's really, really helpful if you can find a group of people, whether it's geographically close to you or just to share common values that can kind of walk with you through whatever you're going through. And I know that people who have joined our group have come from all different kind of Catholic backgrounds or Christian backgrounds. There's people who've joined us who were daily Mass people when they joined us. There were people who hadn't been going to Mass when they joined us, and I think those people would say that finding a sense of community has really, really helped them. So.
I also would like to kind of agree with that. That point. Just finding that sense of community is very important. It's crucial. But on top of that, just kind of coming to the realization, well, what is faith to you? I feel like sometimes you can get caught in going through the motions, and it's very imperative that you're able to really look in the mirror and say, well, who do I want to be in the future, and how can the Lord kind of get me there? And just having that truthful conversation with yourself is half the battle, if not all of it. So,
yeah, what's helped me is, for in my own experience, is asking when I ask those big questions of, there's a challenging time or there's some family issue going on or something with work. It's where have I found the most consolation? And I've been blessed having been raised going to church, and that I was reminded, I find that consolation going to Mass on Sundays. And so for me, that was kind of the natural drawback to really dive back into my faith fully. And then I found this great group, and it was kind of amazing to realize there are other people who are young, who go to church, who care about others, who believe in God. It's like, all right, that's really neat. And so then there was a strength there. It wasn't like I was, I think, concerned that I might be the only person that, maybe had a lapse away or whatever, if you will. And it was really neat to recognize that was really a common story and a common thread. But, just remembering when hard times hit, kind of where did I find that consolation? And it was like with my friends who had great faith or in church. And those were, kind of the reminder of, all right, get me back and help me, re-find my faith, which was awesome.
I just have 2 words, come home.
I think for me, I would tell people, don't be afraid. It can be a little overwhelming, I think, if you step away, and rather than being afraid, I think you need to, accept it willingly and come back in wholeheartedly and open to whatever it brings to you. So.
I think for me, I'm reminded of what my dad tells me about working out, which is you have to start somewhere. And so I think half the battle at the beginning is probably just showing up and being open to the experience. So I would entrust you with those words of wisdom. Also, I would say that there are a lot of good people here that have wonderful hearts and are willing to be good support systems for you. So if there are parts of, the church or things like that you may not feel you can relate to these people, and you can kind of create the change in the community that you would like to see. So if you're not here, you can't help make the changes necessary.
So I'm not originally from Pittsburgh, and what really struck me when I moved here were the number of really good holy priests that we are blessed with in this diocese. So if you've fallen away, and I know that there are struggles related to the priesthood, but I want to affirm you that there are good holy priests in this diocese who want to help you get to heaven. That's what they're here to do. So asking people maybe that you know of priests that they know who are good examples and would be willing to talk with you, I think can be really helpful.
Am I the only one who wants to cry about this? I want to cry about this. This is so beautiful. Come home. Are you kidding me? Come home. That's it. And this is a month of Thanksgiving with the holiday, of course, but these are great reminders that it begins and ends in your heart and that connection. And so this is beautiful. I'm sure that people watching are going to say, where is this group? What is this group? Where did she get these beautiful people? If they want to be a part of you, want to find out more about you, what can they do?
So this is the Young Catholic Professionals of Pittsburgh. You can go on the Diocese of Pittsburgh website and find our contact information there. Or go on Facebook, Diocese of Pittsburgh on Facebook. Follow us. We have a weekly newsletter that comes out. You can also reach out to Shawn Hannon at Shawn, SEAN .HANNON at PNC.com, and he'll get you on our distribution list. Yeah. So now everybody knows his contact information.
That's good. Did he pay you a little extra for that, right? No, that's good. Maybe. No, that's good. Thank you guys so much. They're part of our 30 Days of Gratitude Challenge through the Diocese of Pittsburgh. We hope you stay with us. We have more coming for you all this month. Make sure that you go to the diocese website and print out our journal sheets for you. They give you great prompts to help you kind of reconnect with this idea of gratitude in your own life, and it will help to pull some good things out of you that are going to help you and strengthen you in your heart and with Christ. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon.